Honouring the deer is a deep dive into relationship with the deer, deeply practical and simultaneously soulfully prayerful. 6 days and nights exploring how to better understand this mythic creature, known to be a symbol of the wildness and fertility of this land. Learning of the practical skills needed to use every part of the deer for food, tools, ceremony, warmth, and adornment, and exploring together what it might mean to unearth ceremonies to honour and give thanks for this greatest of gifts, life. How do we honour this death? What does it look like to honour these animal kin? How do we stay present and allow ourselves to feel all that arises in the face of death, particularly one we have a part in causing? As humans, we have evolved closely with the hooved ones. In climates across the world, they have walked beside us, fed and clothed us. In many regards, they have made us. Following the trails of deer through the woods is not always easy, and so it is with following the subtle tracks and signs leading us back to the restoration of ancestral lifeways. What would it be like to remember our trails as humans on this land? How do we become worthy of asking someone to die so we may live? How can we be in reciprocity? What culture can emerge when we honour an animal's life and make beauty from their body? We come to understand how we as humans can assist in restoring the land to health, whilst simultaneously tending to our own hearts and bodies. We explore our place as humans in the web of life, weaving ourselves in with joy, respect, reciprocity, humility, and gratitude. A deep remembering through bloodied hands, full bellies, and aching hearts. We gather together in community as we collectively grieve and celebrate this most ancient of gifts, as we remember our place as hunters, as beauty weavers, gratitude gatherers, and feast makers. We reach a place where we can't help but be grateful, where we cannot help but know ourselves to be with the vitality of the hooved ones and the health of the land on which we walk. In woodland glades where shadows softly play, a tale of grace and wildness comes to sway. Oh, gather round, ye listeners, I pray, for I shall sing of a deer this day. With slender limbs and eyes of liquid brown, a creature fair in nature's silent gown, the emblem of the forest's tranquil crown, a deer with leaps that make the heart astound. Beneath the moon it dances through the glen, its hooves a symphony on mossy fen, as if the stars themselves did guide its yen in search of pastures new and tranquil den. Yet more than leaps and strides, it bears a grace, a gentleness in every measured pace, its innocence adorned upon its face, a symbol of the wild's abiding space. With antlers crowned, a regal branching pride, a symbol of the season's ebbing tide. It roams with heads held high and spirit wide, in landscapes where untamed desires reside. Gentle dear, thy essence pure and true, a mirror of the world's unspoiled hue. Thy fleeting presence, like morning's dew, enchants the hearts of all who chance to view.
Lord Peveril stood on the Lord's seat, and an angry man was he, for he heard the sound of a hunter's horn slow winding up the lea. He looked to north, he looked to south, east and west looked he. Oh, holy cross, the Norman cried, who hunts in my country. Belike they think that Peveril dead, or far from forest walk, well worth the hunting they shall find abroad is still the hawk. Again he looked where held and hill joins with Corningsdale, and then once more the bugle blast came swelling along the gale. Now mountain ride the baron cry, the sound comes o'er the lea. These outlaws who now drive, my dear, shall soon our quarry be. All down the slope, along the flat, against the hill they ride. No pull or rein till every steed stands fast at Gortry's side. Hold hard to hear the Peveril said, and upward held his hand, while all his men he kept behind to wait the Lord's command. And westwards on the Boltage Moor, beyond the rocky height, both hounds and hunters, men and horse and deer were all in sight. Who are these who break forest law, who fear not Peveril's sword? Up spoke Sir Payne Peveril and said, of Bowden he's the lord. Sir Bruno Height, a Franklin brave, one of the Saxon swine, who feast each day on fat-fed beef and guzzle ale not wine. Beshrew his horn, beshrew his heart, this land he may not ride. If he kills a deer by the conquest bow, by forest law he'll bide. Ride on Sir Payne and tell the churl to cease his hunting cheer, and come before his suzerain lord who waits his presence here. Swiftly across the dale, followed by gentles three, nor stayed his horse till he had reached the hunter's company. And then he said, fair sirs, you ride and drive our deer as free, as if this land were all your own and not in forestry. Sir Franklin cried, I'm not his man, and Peveril knows full well, though within the bounds of his forest walk it likes me sooth to dwell. My manor of Bowden I hold in chief, but good King Harry's might, and you can only force me hence if strongest in the fight. Each Saxon then upraised his spear or twanged his good yew bow, and the Normans who rode out unarmed could match this threatening show. Lord Peveril viewed their bows and spears and marked their strong array, and so grim he smiled and softly said, we'll right this wrong someday. Lord Peveril stood on the lawn